for right now. It's definitely something that Simple shouldn't be expecting, but even if he does, Doja with a quick flick opens things up, is immediately traded, but that's a big player to take out right off the bat for the side of the Gambit.
I mean, he's not flicking onto the head of a slouch either. Simple is up there with some of the quickest reaction speeds in the game, and he's just made him look like an ordinary player there. Mo in prime position to strike, has his crosshair perfectly placed. If Flamey White peeks this, he's going to be a dead man. If he shoulder peeks it, he could get away with it, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. Mo is going to go down afterwards, but the amount of pressure now that's on the shoulders of Fitch is a bit too much for him to contend with. He's going to go down without much of a fight, and the bomb will follow. And Adren and Hobbit, the two aforementioned B players now, have got to try and rummage together some kind of a masterpiece if they want to reclaim this site, which was once theirs.
It's going to be really difficult as well. No defuse kit, so that puts a timer on them in a big way, and no nades really either. So how are we going to actually deal with Edward and Pitt? It's going to be a tough nut to crack here. See the Hobbit moving on up. He's going to get spotted out by Edward, and even though Zeus gets the frag, you can see the crossbars are set up for Navi, and there's no chance for Edren to actually do anything in this kind of scenario. Does eventually find Electronic hiding out, but again, crossbars set up, meandering towards A, and he's going to be followed up by a couple of teammates as well. They does get spotted out by Fitch here, so they might be onto something. Again, they might be aware FAMAS not doing a whole lot of work for just Flamey's AK.
Time though, Ven. There's only 6 seconds left. They've got to get on the site right now. There might not be enough time to get this plant. It's going to be incredibly close. They just get it by the smallest of margins. And now Adren and Hobbit have to try and retake the site. That was literally down to the wire in that bomb plant. Now, Quandig is always an option. The flashbang to his face. Zeus is going to go down low, but gets the spray with a Mach 10, but it's the 2-for-2 trade, which all things considered is a pretty sick takeout for Gambit.
Can't really fault him for that in a situation like this.
With Dozier's rotation, they know it's going to be A now. So Mo's going to do what he can, and Flamey didn't even have a gun out there, and Mo's managed to get 2. In the meanwhile, both Dozier and Adren have moved around into position. Simple scratching his head, wondering what the hell just happened. As he jumps down, he gets peeked, but still able to land the headshot. But at this point, it really does come down to whoever lands the next bullet. Both players exceptionally low. Simple trying to play with the bomb a little bit, throws out the smoke, gets caught with his pants down, but able to spray with the M4, and Simple gets the clutch. NAVI trying to slowly but surely make their way up Banana. Adren is going to get the upper hand in that trade, but he gets traded out almost instantly afterwards. Is used to able to get a second. No Hobbit's there, but he then falls to the hands of Simple, who is by himself with the bomb at this stage.
Actually going to commit to the bomb side as well.
This is going to funnel a couple of those CTs into Ruined Gardens, which is exactly where Simple is trained. Oh, that timing is brutal. The second he moves, Mo goes for the peak. You hate to see it, but welcome to the scoreboard, Gambit.
Very halfway rotation from Hobbit as well. Nice flash in, though. With the limited utility they have, they do find Flamey.
It is all a ruse, though. We have the benefit of being able to see that Simple has the bomb. He's starting to make a move, but there is Mo. He stayed in position. He could be on for seconds. That bomb's actually in a horrible spot considering he's got an AWP there, but Electronic still lands the one tap onto him. It may not be good enough as Hobbit has just cleaned up elsewhere, and Fitch will do the rest. Gets out their way. Flashbang gonna follow it up. Here come the hail of nades. It's raining nades on the site, raining fire too, and Hobbit's about to start burning unless he's just gonna back away in the nick of time. He's picked up one frag, but no more. Edward and Zeus are doing so much work. Mo wasn't too far out on that shot, but the flashbang is gonna stop him from banging through the smoke anymore. Very close in terms of time, but they're just gonna get the bomb planted. And now it's all about the retake. Zeus is going to claim the first frag in this 3-on-3 as Dozier goes by the wayside. Zeus is seeing bullets come just from behind him on the Banana side. You've got to say the positions for NAVI are looking really good. Yeah. Triple crossfire in play.
No utility on Gambit side to actually force anyone out either. Zeus with the second frag on 5 HP, and that's going to seal the deal for them.
Really flirting with the idea of A, and we've seen before they've pulled back. This time maybe not the case, and there's Edward straight out. Mo, who is still in the same position trying to use that smoke as cover, will go down. Hobbit from the side though. There's been a couple times when Gambit have had 2 or 3 players that could bait NAVI into a false sense of security. They must realize now that the rotation has came to fruition as Fitch goes in for another one. There's so many smokes that he can't really help his teammates out at this stage, and Dozier's run out of bullets. He's going to run out of life too, as Simple just hops over him, landing the frag. It will be a bomb plant to follow. and he's getting tagged up through the box, but he still has 18 health, and that's more than enough for Simple to clutch, but not on this occasion. Fitch spraying around the corner.
Something we see on Cobble a whole lot towards the B plateau. Flashes come into mid. Mo is gonna get caught out. Now, mid control is established, and well, the rotations are not in the right space. Doja, though, does find Electronic hanging back in Banana. But still, opportunities galore here for NAVI.
Walking out, though, into vulnerable positions. Hobbit is a bit laboured towards the end. It's probably going to cost him his life as Flamey runs past, but he is in a 1-on-3 with an AWP to play with. Nice shot onto a Dren. It's doable. Time is starting to get away from Flamey, though, and he decides to rotate. This would effectively put it into 2 1v1s if he gets the upper hand onto Doja.
Doja posted up in a smart position here. When Flamey doesn't really have the time to actually check all the corners, so he's going to be running into the sights of the Russian player. Or
he's going to back off. Going to try and stay alive as long as he possibly can. He's going to get a kill on the way out as well, which is massive for the rest of his team. So he's going to join the rest of his brethren here. It would still be them outnumbered, but outgunned, we'll have to find out. Zeus is going to open up Electronic with 2 kills, and Simple comes through with one of his own. A Dren, with only 34 health left, at range, is going to have to try and pull off some crazy play with his Glock.
Still going to have to get the bomb as well. This is a terrible situation for him to find himself in. He needs to find one more frag as well before he actually tries to retrieve it. Not going to happen. Flamey, well, remains to be seen if they actually have a shot at this. Still a couple of SMGs being maintained on the side of NAVI, though, but the AWP has gotten into the hands of Simple, and he's going to get a quick man advantage as Mo goes out.
That's what we were talking about. He won't relent with his aggression, even through on the CT side. If Simple's feeling it, he will go for those kind of peaks time and time again. And more often than not, he'll be successful. But credit to GAMBIT, they are bouncing back. Hobbit and Doja, both with kills. It's the 3-on-3, make it a 3-on-2 now in favor of the terrorists. Zeus is going to do what he can to pick up 1, but he's down to 8. He has to just get the hell out of that.
And just relentless trading from both sides here. And Dren's going to find Electronic as well as he tries to move aggressively. It's going to be the A bomb side open, and Sue's already down to 8 HP. He's going to have a really rough time retaking this bomb site. Deep smoke comes down as well. And Suze might think better of it and actually just bow out.
Yep.
Semi-aggressively set up. Nade's going to get tanked, and whew. Edward's actually going to pick up the AWP, which I guess makes sense considering the state he finds himself in. Actually going to get back up from Suze, though. So both sides being spread fairly thin, and Doja able to find the first frag, but the Electronic answers quickly here.
Oh, so close to getting a third as well. Hobbit just a bit too fast, down to 28 health. Does give Zeus and Edward a possible chance of bringing this back, but Edward is very slow in this rotation. Zeus is going to be by himself for the foreseeable future, and actually scratch that, he's dead. Yeah. So Edward's going to save instead, and
kind of leave it at that if you don't get an immediate kill. And Simple, super aggressive into stepping mid.
You've got to love that, man. What? Whoa. Jesus Christ!
Smokes are coming out.
Thing is, with 1 HP, all he has to do is land a couple of shots and it's all good. There's the first one. Sure, Edward gets a little bit baited, but they'll take that. And of course, we know he's got 1 HP. GAMBIT have no idea that's the case. As far as they're concerned, Simple's really healthy right now and they don't want to go anywhere near him.
They have no idea about his crazy antics and apps. But GAMBIT are going to make the rotation, and NAVI on there, and have forced 2 players over on the B bomb side. Flamey's going to go down, and this leaves a lot to be done for Electronic. Finds the first frag, actually, immediately. Position given up, but still a lot of room to play with. Finds the second one on Hobbit as well. Can he actually take out Mo as well? Oof, gets the tag through the wall. Mo eventually finds him. It did get tagged up by Suze as well, so you can assume that Suze is nearby. Does spot his head as well. Does have some type to play with.
Could do this, though. He's going to go up on the box as well to try and skew the angle a little bit. They assume he'd still be down there. He may just go for the all-out bomb plant, but he can hear the footsteps coming in. So close to landing the shot. Zeus is doing so much work, though. And Mo will go down eventually. Even if he did get the kill, they can stay in position. Simple's playing an angle. I was about to say that is going to be susceptible to being smoked and naded off, but Edward's just hiding in the corner. He's already picked up 1, and now Simple can strike. He's already got 1 frag. Are there going to be any more? His teammates are falling around him. There's only 2 left, but Mo's one of them. And he connects 2 shots in a row. That's going to be a bomb plant. A while on NAVI's rotation. 6 seconds left and the bomb will get planted. Flamey just spots Hobbit afterwards, takes him out the equation. And now Mo, who's already picked up 2, has to go 2 more. It's going to be rough for him to land this one, but if he can take down the first player that peeks him around the corner in just a few moments' time, it's on the cards. And there we go. Electronic's got to go by the wayside. It's all about the AWPers now. Flamey does have a kit, and he knows where Mo is. But to get him out of position here is going to be hard. It's not as if he has a Molotov or a HE or anything. He's just going to have to straight up peek Mo, and he's got himself tagged in the process. Mo's missing the shot right now. He's going to land it, and he will do so, keeping Gambit in this game a little bit longer.
You can get within striking distance if you're Gambit at this point. Oh, Flamey just well, getting the wrong target, but you know, same result nonetheless. Opens up the frag count for Navi. Electronic on top of the boost did actually spot Doja. I'm curious if Doja actually spotted him as well.
I think he has now, yeah. Had to turn his back because of the flashbang. Now Zeus is just going to go hell for leather. Doesn't really work for him though. After a solid start by Navi, it's starting to crumble now. They do have Simple up close with the P250. Anything's possible with this man. There's one looking for a second, picks it up as well. The bomb's gone down. And in the meanwhile, Flamey's got himself 2 frags as well. This is completely shifted against Gambit. And one of the worst moments possible. Is Adren able to find some of that form from just a few months prior? He's going to need to dig deep. The AK-47 should be good enough to contend with both these players, but it's more with the bomb being dropped out. All it takes is one stray headshot and he's gone.
Smoke actually might play to the favor of Adren here. To kind of isolate himself. It's going to be really hard for Navi to get a dual peek.
Now the smoke is gone though, Van. Sanctuary is no longer on the cards. He's trying to tap round corners, trying to wall bang as best as he can, but now there's 10 seconds. He's going to have to shift gears. He's going to have to push the go-in button, and he's got himself 1 frag. Only 4 seconds left. He's going to have to push Simple right now. Simple's playing Ring Around the Rosie, but it's going to be the round going the way of Gambit.
They do get away with the round victory. Now double ops actually coming out on the side of Navi. Heavy investment. And it's not going to work out. Initially, Edward goes down. Simple, though, is left together with Zeus towards this B bomb site. Zeus actually getting into a very aggressive position here.
They're really going all in on this aggressive play. Now Zeus is able to spray down. Simple hands the frag as well, and they have stabilized. It was looking very poor indeed when Edward went down early doors to the hands of Fitch. But now Gambit almost forced into playing over on the A side. Electronic again, surprise, surprise. He's in pit and he's landing headshots.
Don't necessarily have a lot of utility to work with either. Doja does find Electronic. Does he know that Flamey's there? Flamey actually misses the shot. Oof. It's like a big whiff. Oh, and a Duran.
Like this. But Simple is going to land the frag anyway. Doja with the bomb down.
And all Doja has to do is get on that bomb planter and just play the annoying corners.
I mean, surely here, Zeus goes to defuse and you let Simple try and take the shot. I'm not too sure about this at all, Navi.
Oh. Picks it up, but actually bails out.
It's done. They're going to pick it up. Doja gets the 1v2 clutch. He's going to die, but he's totally okay with that, of course.
100% worth it.
I feel like it is, because you can see Simple's position, and they also have a player on, I believe that's Fountain, as well.
There.
So if he pushes through the smoke trying to pre-fire that spot, I think Fitch is a dead man.
Well, let's get away with this.
They're actually going to rotate. Oh. This is potential suicide.
Time's not necessarily working.
They've got 10 seconds left then.
I mean, I don't know what to make of this. Oh, well, they're still...
They don't have time.
Yeah, they don't have time to find the bomb. They have to find the last player, but that's Flamey.
Gambit! What have you done?
For Gambit, so... Just a lot of questions and not that many answers. Doja does find Flamey, though, so finally something going the way of Gambit. Doja's making his way in towards CT spawn here.
We've already seen him do this towards Library and also on Archers before. He's been so aggressive. It's actually really enjoyable to watch. And in this kind of position, Navi know he got a frag. They know he could have pushed around, but they have no idea where he currently resides. And you can see Edward may even be thinking, well, is he coming around the back of us on B? This keeps them locked into position. Dosier's going to go down, but he has made moves elsewhere, allowing Fitch to go through with the entry. Adren's there too. And it looks like Gambit are going to be too bothered about that previous mishap. They've kept their concentration. They've kept their focus. They're still in this match.
Yeah. Smoke goes down. And Doja finishes off the job he started. The Flamey's there to return.
Mo, in the meanwhile, on B site, is going to claim a frag onto Simple. So player advantage and vastly superior weapons go in favor of Gambit. There's another couple of frags go Back and forth. Problem is as well, no nades, no kits for NAVI. I'm gonna have to get a move on. Adren, you live by the sword, you died by electronic pit. They'll come back to haunt them. GAMBIT 1 kill away from overtime.
They're really expending all of their utility, actually, and it seems like GAMBIT has a very clear idea, well, that they want to go towards B, and meanwhile, Adren is just messing people up towards the A bomb site.
Ooh, electronic. Thought for a second he'd whiffed his chance. Here comes Flamey with one. Not far off the second. But now this could be Edward's moment to strike. There's one, and in a second they just line up for him. Hobbit on 10, who started the round getting obliterated through smoke, now has this round all in his grasp. It's going to be a tough one. Going to smoke out CT. Would ultimately be a 1v1, although there is a fast rotation coming up from Zeus.
5 seconds left, though. He has to go for the plant, and at this point, time management is just not really there for GAMBIT once again.
You can see how confident he is in his reaction speed, that he's giving himself that little amount of time to land the shot. The Molotov below Dozier needs to be careful. Down to about half of his health. He's about to be peaked from the backside. There is Flamey. Oh, on Flamey for a second as well. And he was landing some exquisite shots in the previous round. He's not relenting just yet. NAVI on the brink of winning all their CT rounds. And again, we discussed this. It was the CT sides that were ruining each of these teams. It's going to be a hard one for Fitch and Hobbit to clutch out the jaws of defeat this round. At least they're moving together. And they are moving on to the site with the least amount of occupying CT players, at least for the time being, one of which is going to be moving in now. Simple is in position, but Hobbit spins around on a swivel and lands the headshot onto Simple. Yeah, neither player occupying anywhere near the site. Now Fitch is going to go lucky, but Electronic gets the better of him. Here comes Hobbit. There's a flashbang. That may have actually been a CT flashbang that just ruined Flamey. And it's going to be now down to Hobbit trying to land the spray. Electronic is on 73 health and he's on the prowl, but it's going to be perfectly played by Hobbit, who will win this round for GAMBIT and at least make sure the clean sweep will not be coming to fruition on this CT side for NAVI.
Only one flash on Fitch as well. And here comes the execute.
Hobbit Spy is lonesome, but he does have two players quickly wrapping around from CT. He can just stay alive long enough, maybe take a player down with him. That's going to be good enough. He's so low, but he can continue to be a thorn in the backside. They're not sure if he's even on the side. They have no idea where he is. Adren, they nearly line up for him. There's a lot of damage that's been inflicted across to NAVI at this stage, and it's just Flamey and Edward left alive with 4 CTs to fend off against. Make it Edward. The weight of the world on his shoulders. So many players up against him, and he's not able to get it done. GAMBIT will bring us even once more. NAVI definitely coming out worse for wear in this nade war. Adren's gonna go peeking, but Simple's there. And Zeus will also get an entry. Mo just has to dart back. Throws down the smoke, trying to eat up valuable time, allowing Dozier to make the long wrap around, but NAVI already a step ahead, and Zeus goes for the spray through the smoke. The bomb was originally starting to rotate back towards mid, but as soon as that frag comes in, they think better of it.
Massive gap in aiming goes away, and Doja nearly gets one through the smoke as well, though. Simple on low HP. Still not over her, but look at Flamey. He's infiltrated the back lines of GAMBIT. Doja's got one hell of a task ahead of him. He does get eventual support from Fitch here in Banana, but 4v2, I'll make that a 4v1. Fitch all by his lonesome.
And even then it was Electronic that was playing aggressive, not Dozier.
Yeah.
And he's going to get the rewards. Free kill on Flamey, and he can back away. Good start again.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, oh, actually, the pop flash comes out. I was about to give credit to GAMBIT for playing so passively on the B bomb site.
How much pressure this puts for Hobbit, and he can't get it done.
Doja still has a Molotov here that he can throw back in, and regardless of what corner he chooses to throw it in, it's going to play a massive part because NAVI are stacking up with 2 players on each end of the site.
Oh, and he's throwing it towards the new box. This is going to do loads of damage. Electronics on 11 health. The time is going down ever so quick, though, and now Zeus has so many different angles he has to watch out for. He's going to get overwhelmed. Electronic in shadow. How many kills? Going to get none! GAMBIT with the perfect retake. It's very much dependent on who's still alive. Now, they have switched. Zeus is now back into the M4. That flashbang is perfectly placed. Hobbit didn't know it hit him. Put 6 foot under. And now the aggression is starting to find its way over onto the A side. It will be Flamey in pit. He's going to get encircled, though, by terrorists. He looks to try and flick across into the gaps, and he's able to land the shot with the USB. And there's the rest of the players to fall. They need the entries to accompany this. There's going to be flashbangs coming through. Zeus is in good position to maybe fend off for a kill or two, but he's gone down. And now Arches With it falling, it's going to draw Flamey out into position. This allows them to move up on short instead. Like clockwork, Hobbit and the rest of GAMBIT are moving into position. And it's all on Simple now on Edward. He's had a slow overtime. Is he going to go big now? He's got himself another frag, but now Edward, who has to come through Library and contend with these terrorists and get the bomb defused, is all that stands between NAVI winning and us going to a third overtime. And he's down to 46 health to make matters even worse for him. This is it, it's done. We're moving to a third overtime.
Electronic's going to have quite a few members to deal with here from the side of GAMBIT. Assuming the pop flash coming out from Mo.
This time he's not going to get himself unluckily killed. Oh, Electronic with 3. Turning this round in favor of NAVI all by his lonesome, but hold the phone for a second. Although it's very low on time, it's going to be NAVI winning the round, all thanks to Electronic. Oh, and they all come pushing out one by one, and Mo's already got one, but Simple answers back, and Flamey's gone for an entry as well. It seems like we're heading to another overtime, unless Adren and Hobbit have a huge play up their sleeve. Jumping away will keep Hobbit alive, but for how long is the question. He's been smoked out. That nade could have damage written all over it as well. He very nearly falls to it if he kept pushing. And this would be a monumentous clutch if they could somehow, some way make this stick. But the positions for NAVI surely are just too unsurmountable for GAMBIT to pull off here. And it's just got a whole lot harder as there goes Flamey and Simple. We move to another overtime, Vendetta.
Now remains to be seen how successful Mo can be in the defense.
Oh, Electronic just runs straight through Raw and he's going to get punished. As back comes Mo for another one. He's showing no signs of weakening or tiring out. 3 kills, holding the fort for GAMBIT. Only losing him. May not bode well though, because the positions are solid for both of the defenders of Hobbit and Adren. And Adren's already picked up one. Now it's Hobbit's moment to shine. He's only going to get the one frag of his own, but Adren gets the flashed up Edward as he pushes through the smoke, through the shadows, into the fire very much of Adren. Zeus and Simple have got the bomb planted again in overtime. It simply doesn't matter when you've got 16k. Now Simple, can he pull off a massive clutch? There's another one they're lining up for him. He's trying to tap his way to victory. There's another frag. He's actually on for the ace and the clutch as well. And can Mo spoil the party? No, he can't. Simple goes astronomical and will clutch the round out in quadruple overtime.
Fitch gets caught out, Doja as well, and all of a sudden things are falling apart. That A-bomb site completely given up. Electronic's going to remove Hobbit as well. It's all down to the rotators over from the B-bomb site. Adren and Mo. Adren gets dealt with simply by Simple. And now, some bad wordplay. Need to get it in there. Mo seeing if he can get anything done, but Simple lurking around Arch Corner.
Flaming up on the boost. It's a position that we've seen before. Of course, you're going to see it when this many rounds have been played, but it has been one of the least used positions, I would say, over on quad. They're still going to check it, though. Out comes Dozier for one. Electronic tries to answer back, but this is where the over-rotation is going to hurt NAVI. This could be all she wrote. It's going to be a bomb plant more than likely. Edward's going to boost over Simple. He can't see anything as of yet. He's about to maybe spot a glimmer of a player pushing towards the site. But as soon as that smoke disperses, Vendetta, they are very much open and vulnerable, but Simple's still going to land the frag all the same. So now NAVI have an opportunity to bounce back in and take us to another overtime.
Hobbit's been tagged low as well, so this is going to be a lot on Adrian's shoulders. It's going to be all on his shoulders.
Can Adrian clutch this 1-on-3? Can he win the game outright for GAMBIT? He's being pushed from multiple angles, and Simple's going to land the frag. And surprise, surprise, overtime number 5. Those who's been in this alcove before, but not for quite some time. I don't think they'll realize this. There's heavy smokes down. There's going to be footsteps heard. And he's going to try and tap himself through the smoke. Unfortunately, from his perspective, nothing is going to land. And now the pressure is mounting up, but it's going to be frags going the way of Adren. Now Fitch is going to use that smoke as some cover, but he's going to go down to the hands of Zeus, who decides to step things up a mark when his team's back are against the wall. Dozier with a free frag. He's going to be looking for a second. Lands it as well. It's all on Simple. He's going to go for the full-on defuse, but it's going to be a 10-second defuse at that. Simple's going to eat this nade right to the face, and he goes down. And that's going to be GAMBIT taking the match in the 59th round.
Absolutely unreal. Doja doing it in style to end it all as well. And somehow GAMBIT make it back all the way from a 13-5 deficit to close out the game.